Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Whooper Like Butter. It's your girl Ashley, y'all, and today we're keeping with the summer theme. Last week we made pineapple, this week we're making pina colada. Ooh, y'all, we had to crush pineapples and shredded coconut right into the batter, and we used pina colada emulsion, y'all. Look at that. Isn't she cute? She was like so much fun to decorate and everything. And most of all, I want to share with you all, I used a new pan to make this recipe. I've been hearing so much about the USA pan, y'all. You don't have to do any prep for this pan. It says in the packaging that you have to flour it or something like that. I didn't do anything. And you'll see in the video that the cake popped right out. So no baking spray, no flour and Crisco butter or anything, and it popped right out. I'm going to link in the description box this pan so you can order it from my Amazon store. Please order it from my Amazon store so you can support me and the channel, and I can keep bringing back more goodness every week. Well, every 2 weeks is where we at now. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I'll show you how we do it. Let's go.
All right, so we gotta whip it like butter. So we're putting our butter in our bowl, 360 at room temperature. We're gonna get that going before we start adding our sugar. Now, of course, we're gonna slowly add our sugar into our butter. I just think, if you're new here, I just think that incorporates better together when you add it slowly versus just dumping it in. So that's my thing. And then I go ahead and let it go on its own until I reach a look. Now you can call it like 3 to 5 minutes, however you want to time it. But until it starts, separating, see how it's sticking to the sides of the bowl, the color changes a little bit, it becomes light and fluffy, then I stop it. So went ahead and scraped the sides of the bowl, and then we're adding our pina colada emulsion in here. Y'all smell so good. Then we're adding our room temperature eggs one at a time. You want to make till the first one's combined until you add the next one. All right, until it's finished. And then it'll kind of be like this. And then we're going to go ahead and scrape the sides of the bowl again so we can make sure we get all that goodness mixed up in here. And then I just mix it a little bit just to get that all mixed together. Not over mixed, just to get it together. Okay, so we're going to alternate with our flour and our sour cream. Our sour cream is also at room temperature, so we're just going to go back and forth until we get to the end and we just end with flour. Always start with your flour and end with your flour. I'm using pre-sifted flour, so honey, I did not sift. If you want to sift, go ahead and sift away. I don't sift anymore. I think it's a preference, y'all. Okay, and then you're going to get that nice and combined. We leave a little bit so we can hand mix, but first we're going to add our sweetened coconut, and then we're adding also our pineapple, shredded pineapple that we went ahead and drained the juice off of. All right, and then we're going to just go ahead and fold that together, and we're going to place this in the oven. It's already preheated at 325 degrees, and we're going to bake it for about an hour 15, hour 20 minutes, somewhere around there. Start checking about the hour and 10 mark, okay? And so we're gonna use this nice pan, y'all. You see, we're doing something different today. And no, we're not spraying the hell out of it today because this is a no prep pan, y'all. I was nervous. I was so nervous, but it worked out, okay? So we're gonna lay our batter in that pan. We're gonna smooth the top. It's not as easy to smooth because we got that coconut in there, giving the batter some texture, but it's all right. Just make sure you work it in there and get your batter into the ridges of the pan and not have like little spaces on the outside and stuff like that. Get it all up in the creases and the crevices and make sure you smooth the top of it, and we're gonna give a little tap and we're gonna put that thing in the oven. All right, and so when we take it out of the oven, we're gonna let it cool for 20 minutes before we flip it over. You see it's all nice and brown. Okay, and I wish I should have left the sound on so you hear that plop, y'all. Look how clean that pan is. It just came right out of the pan. I was too thrilled. Make sure you get the link in my description so you can get the pan for yourself as well. All right, to my Amazon store. So we're gonna make that icing, y'all. We're adding some more pina colada emulsion. We added a little salt so we can have a nice little balance. And we're gonna slowly add in our milk until we reach our desired consistency. So I gave a guide, 2 to 4 tablespoons of milk. This is not at room temperature either. And you just add it until it's a consistency you like. It started sticking to my mixer attachment, so I just turn it up so it kicks out, from the attachment. Turn it back down because we're taking our time here. This is like at a 1 or 2 or something like that. Just as fast or slow as you like. It's not like pound cake batter where it's gonna over mix. You just don't want it super high. All right, and so I playing around with it here, but we're here where we want. Now still a little bit loose, but keep in mind as it sits, it's gonna thicken up a little bit. I didn't let it sit that long, maybe like 2-3 minutes, right? Poured into this bowl right here and went ahead and started laying my icing down. I didn't want it too transparent, but I didn't want it too thick, and I wanted to really lay over that cake, but also where you could still see the cake character, okay? So we're placing our coconut on here, and I should have got some pineapples, but you know I didn't want to overdo it with the fruit or anything like that. And we're adding some cherries. I went ahead and just blotted the cherries so we didn't have that extra juice running on the sides of the cake, just for a nice little character. Because after all, it is a tropical cake, y'all. Okay, we're gonna give that a nice little cut, and then we're gonna get into the taste test. This cut so nicely, especially for it to have coconut in it, and it was so moist. But I'm gonna talk about that in a minute when I do the taste test. So okay, let's go ahead and get into that.
Okay, so let's see what she's all about. Yeah, I really wanted the cherries with the stems, but I couldn't find them. I didn't search high and low, up and down, east and west. But I really wanted the cherries with the stems. But these are cute too. Mmm. I taste all those flavors in this cake. The extract is the emulsion is like not overwhelming. It's got a good texture. Because I was wondering, maybe I should use buttermilk. But the sour cream is great. Moist, not dense or anything at all. I like that. Let's see with the cherry. I want all the flavor. That's really great. I always link to the recipe in the comment section. I also list the recipe out in the description box. So grab it in either place that you like. I prefer that you go ahead and click my link and go over to my website so you can see the recipe and all my other recipes, pound cakes, and also before I used to make a little bit of everything before I started making mainly pound cakes. So I appreciate y'all's support. Don't be stingy. Make sure that you share, like, subscribe, and come back and join us for more over here at Whip a Light Butter. Okay, bye.